The Epsilon Tract of the Ninth Paradigm, Year 157. Chapter 1, Verse 1, Omega. From Omega to Alpha and back again, and from Z to A. We as a people have consistently got things backwards. I know that now. I am not alive, I am dead. I am not rich, I am poor. I am not from Earth at all. Contrary to what you know, life is not life at all. It is all an illusion. You are being controlled by lots of powerful forces you do not understand, like gravity. Just as an apple sometimes flies up from a tree and becomes a great eagle, so what seems like greed can in its own way be the most selfless act of all. The act of loving only one, the Godhead, is the act of loving all, the people as Godhead. That is clear to those who seek, and seek we must, and pay we must. Seeking without paying is not living, it is living on the cheap. Epsilonism is an expensive religion, only for those with the wisdom to afford it. Wisdom is our most valuable commodity, and that is why we pay highly for it. Chapter 1, Verse 2. To be an Epsilonist is to be rich in powerful tools. Tools are held in the belt by some and in the mind of others. The most powerful tool of all is the tool of manifest generosity towards ideas and towards the upward. That is, sometimes a peach tree issues forth fire and a great dove becomes born. That dove is money, and the money should be spent by all to achieve manifest generosity, as each paradigm has shown those who understood. And manifest generosity is the Godhead, and being the Godhead is the movement towards truth form. Truth form is important, but it is difficult for the wrong to understand, so ask yourself, am I the right? And I prove that through my adherence to manifest generosity, and by the eagle and the dove and the peach tree and upward gravity, and by understanding, above all, this manifest truth form. Yea, to some this will seem hard to understand, but it will be revealed. And to some it will seem hard to understand, and it will not be revealed, because they did not seek truly, because they were the wrong form of bird or topiary. If you seek wisdom, you will pay for it, and seeking and paying are the same thing as is understanding, if you want it to be. Chapter 1, Verse 3. Upwards flows the truth form, and so upward flows manifest generosity, and this is how we become rich. That is, to be generous to those who know the truth form, who truly understand it, and to be upward in our manifest generosity. Yes, or yea, as Kraft sometimes says, meaning much the same. Those who are truly blessed, who are the right and are known as not just of Kraft, but by Kraft and true to that which Kraft understood. So let yourself know those upwards of you, and be known by them. There is Kiflom and there is Krant, and both be praised through manifest generosity. Chapter 2, Verse 1. Psi. If you understand this, you know all things, and if you know all things, you are of Kraft. Just as Kraft took the form of an eagle or a peach tree, as the literature has shown and as the tract now makes manifest, likens its generosity, which should be upwards and manifest and like it in truth form, which should be understood. If you are confused, you are wrong. As Kraft made clear, confusion was not merely confusion, but a proof of all that is wrong, and if you believe, then nothing is greater than believing completely, and believing completely makes you into the peach tree that flows upwards, or the apple tree that becomes a dove, or the other way around. Chapter 2, Verse 2. Nothing shows truth form more than upwards generosity, and nothing shows wrongness more than doubt. No one is weaker than the questioner, not one person, not even a really weak person without any strength at all, or a lettuce. Yes, I want to be clear as the lake in which truth lives, which is another metaphor I will come back to, as Kraft came back for us across paradigms in this ninth paradigm, year 157. Hear them speak, O lovers of arboreal wisdom. Hold on to the peach tree and the apple tree, and give all that you have in faith, and watch fruits flow upward to a bountiful harvest. He who hungers while others are rich shall someday be rich himself. Chapter 2, Verse 3. The lake in which truth lives is very clean and clear, but not as clean or clear as it is clean and clear that those who have been shown our truth form and have questioned and have doubted and have not understood are themselves not in fact the weak, but the unsavables. By even thinking a question, you are likening yourself to the volcano that sucks lava into itself and explodes down, causing the entire paradigm to implode and a mighty race of super beings to be cast adrift into space, as happened once and must never happen again. Chapter 2, verse 4. Cast off the cane. Not only does questioning kill you, it also kills everyone you love. It means you do not love them and you wish them to die. That is clear now. To doubt is to wish death on everyone, and that is all the proof you need that the world, the apple tree, the peach tree, the dove, and the eagle are good things and of craft, but there are also many bad things, and those bad things are doubt. And also, upwards generosity is the most bounteous thing of all. And bounteousness is a mirror in a lake where truth lives. Drink from this lake, and also water the peach tree, but do not quench the fire that brings the dove, and do not pick the apple that may one day become an eagle, a great eagle who feeds from the lake. Chapter 3, verse 1. Kai. Give and you shall receive. As someone else said, but whomever said that was themselves a brilliant man and a friend of Chris, as all brilliant men are, and a fantastic epsilonist like all the great thinkers and philosophers and celebrities. The literature has been clear on that, and now the tract makes clear. Indeed, there is a lake where truth lives, and in this lake an egg lived, and out of that egg came forth a whole world. And that world was this world, and this metaphor now ends, and a new one begins. The new metaphor is the tract, and the tract is truth, and truth form, and a few ideas laid down, and many left out. Chapter 3, verse 3. Land left unploughed goes fallow, for in all things there is an agrarian analogy, for the world was created before television. If a woman does not lie with 5 upward men of Epsilon a day on the 7th month, the harvest will surely be meagre. Chapter 3, verse 4. To understand completely is to be complete. That is the central maxim of our knowledge, and knowledge requires no faith. We are not a religion. We are a science and a way of understanding everything. And to know everything is to know that money is your greatest transience, and all money should not tie you in a place, but free you to give upwards, and to not doubt that doing so is the most complete thing you can do, and that those who doubt you are death dealers and haters of the eagle and the dove and the peach tree and the lake of truth, and they wish you dead. Cast them from your lives, and cast a line into the lake, for it will feed you. Chapter 3, verse 5. Everything was, will be, and has a cycle. Just as a fool who saves his fruit sees it rot, a wise man sends his fruit towards the upwards. You have it in you to be happy, but you are not happy because you are surrounded by people who want you dead because they doubt, and in doubting they prove they are unsavable. So if you cannot kill them, let them go, and move towards the blue light and the lake and the apple and the other metaphors, and away from the empty place in which objection and death unite as one. Chapter 3, verse 6. Doubters shall be spaded under and given a chance to serve as a garden for descendants of Craf. I shall not weep, for tears of salt poison the garden, and this is our time of joy. Chapter 3, verse 7. Negativity is a double and a single. It is always negative. The point of life is smiling, and nothing makes you smile more than knowing the truth form, and the truth form is 157 years old, and the great battle between Craf and the unsavables that exists in this paradigm, the 9th paradigm, and all preceding paradigms back to the 4th paradigm. This is a battle we must win, just like the end of a movie, including those made by and starring many top celebrities who are themselves epsilonists, just like most top philosophers and thinkers are. This is a battle we can win. Chapter 4, verse 1. Epsilon. Upward generosity and acknowledgement of the truth form are to us as truth is to the lake, and gravity is to the apple tree, and fire is to water, and doubt is to the unsavable. Previous ideas have been spoken by all of the great men of carbon who were often secret epsilonists, although unrevealed until this moment. None are dead. They sit with Chris in physical or cerebral form, and the space travel is complete, both across paradigms and within your Earth time, year 157. This is the tract. It was always written. It was never written. Chapter 4, verse 2. We are all from the same tree, yet no one shall believe that a winged lizard could fly, or a man with hair the colour of a rose does not bring doom with lies. This is as true as the evil of doubt. Chapter 4, verse 3. Just as a man and a woman make water differently, they shall not do it in the marital bed or on one another, unless they that are upwards within the hierarchy demand it, and even then not often. Hierarchy is all, and upwards generosity is all. Look upwards and see the stars. This is a kingdom, the kingdom of Craft, ruled by Chris, and there are servants and disciples, and the unsavables who become fertilizer. That is a new metaphor that will carry into the next paradigm, wherever it shall lie, even onto bumper stickers. For that which has higher meaning must be told in all manner possible, by oracles, by brother to brother, and condensed into phrases that others need understand while trapped in traffic and seeking escape. Chapter 4, verse 4. Those who doubt do not get to lie with new partners. Instead, they will be cooked in the death they bring upon themselves. Indeed, the worst they imagine through doubt is what they will get, like being raped by a bullform, or being the last station in a nasty prison train, or watching everyone they know have a joyful orgy and they are not invited, nor have you been invited. That is what doubters get. Nothing but bad things, including being raped by animals and not going to orgies. There should be no need to repeat that a third time. The peach tree talks and the apple tree talks. You hear them and you know. You do not hear them and you know you are a doubter and an unsavable. Chapter 4, verse 5. Your earth partner is to be cherished, and therefore shared with the utmost generosity, upwards, like all things. And what is upward generosity? That we shall come to, once we have once more focused upon the work of the unsavables, and that work is questioning and doubting. It is not the scientific way to doubt, let that be made clear. It is the way of the thorn bush or cactus. They are not trees, they do not speak, not even a little bit. Chapter 4, verse 6. The cactus only grows from sand. Sand makes an earth partner, for from sand comes glass that forms the picture of truth from the lake that holds a cutting from the peach tree. And once the earth partner becomes like the cactus, they must be cast out, and a newer, younger earth partner shall take their place. Chapter 5, verse 1. Tau. Only the apple tree and the peach tree speak. These are the trees we came from, and they are the same tree. Peaches are in fact apples, and they are the tree that was in the lake, that was in the egg, that was near the eagle, that I mentioned up above. Chapter 5, verse 2. The mark of Craft adorns many who are blessed. Some descendants of Craft have a mark of birth that adorns the elbow or buttocks, but he who has the stain of wine on his head or face, they drink with Craft in the fourth paradigm. Chapter 5, verse 3. Do not forget about the dove. The dove is the dove of love and of truth. That is an old metaphor and one that unites all knowledge under epsilonism. And like all who pursue truth and love, he does so not just by manifesting upward generosity, but also by killing unsavables in the great fight between Craft and his enemies that has gone on for paradigms. In the fourth paradigm it was energy. In the fifth paradigm it was fire. In the sixth paradigm it was the love of ignorance and the eagle. In the 7th, it was the great dispute in which unsavables learnt to take the form of conflicted reason. In the 8th, it was amnesia. In the 9th, it is within the being form, that is, the red, and he with red and of red in the hair form is not of craft, and he is the embodiment of that which is unsavable. All of these paradigms will be revealed to you through upwards generosity. Their meaning shall be made clear, as your role in the great battles will be made clear. Nothing is truer to the dove of love than killing unsavables. Chapter 5, verse 4. And what is this thing of which you speak? What is this upwards generosity? It is the most precious thing, the giving to those who do not need, so cannot be challenged for greed, who have so much they do not need any more, and therefore can receive your gift kindly, and with the truth form, and with understanding that is everything. It is the gift towards Chris, to Chris, or to any senior epsilonists who are his form in your life, as all senior epsilonists are the same spirit and mind form in this paradigm, as the eagle is the peach tree, and the other metaphors also become blurred. It is by asking Chris to receive that we ourselves get the most. That is the clearest thing. Chapter 5, verse 5. And if not Chris, then the program itself, for the program knows truth, and by paying for truth we guarantee its veracity. Just like the top celebrities and great thinkers who are open epsilonists, and many others whom you do not know are epsilonists, but happily triple tithe their upward generosity as they owe everything to the program and acknowledge this. Triple tithing makes a truth form more true. Chapter 5, verse 6. Nothing is more than giving all that you have, including that which you do not yet have, like loans or mortgages, or indeed that which has been taken by unsavables and must be taken from them. The world of this paradigm belongs to us, and so return it to us. By giving it to Chris, he will save it for all of us. By knowing us, he knows all. By saving us, he saves all who can be saved. Here ends the first part of the tract of the 9th paradigm. Kiflom.